Pre-show.
And we're in the pre-show. This is Revival Motoring 139, titled Found Noah Out Back. So that works out good.
Noah's just out back doing weird shit.
Just hanging out behind the building. Gardening.
Yep. Planning gardening.
Too bad you can't hear the air quotes I just did.
Gardening.
That's gonna be a great vlog episode. Is me and Josh sitting there,
dude? If we
big sun hats, gardening,
just like Gino Oshkosh overalls,
people
no shirts.
What are you doing?
Like, God, what the hell did this come to?
I'm just planting some corn.
Wow, these guys went really off brand.
We're holistic now, so
yes. Let me put that there. All right,
you can use the trunk on bench walk as like a place to grow cucumbers.
Might already be some growing back there.
Yeah. No, that's where all of our what do you call it? You know, what's that? What do people have in their apartments? The wall. They call it the
grow
wall
operation.
No, that too. This is the legal one.
Oh.
The where they put the basil and dill. It's like it's like a grow wall,
a spice
wall, or something
BMW
like that.
garage in the house, aka Texas E36 garage with a rebrand.
Shouts.
Liking it, buddy. Big shouts.
Glad you're on the up and up out there.
Yeah, living life out there in the land of the free.
Yeah.
Heard they're dropping everything out there, baby. We're all moving. You got room on the ranch for the boys?
Let me pop out that chat. All right.
I don't know where I would live if I moved to Texas.
I live in Hill Country. And I'm pretty sure he's out there. Oh, no. You inform me, Texas E36 garage.
I've never
Were
been.
You Houston?
But I like Austin.
El Paso sounded rad when I talked to Jake.
El Paso sounds rad, but if you've looked at the map, not so much happening.
I'm aware of its location.
Feel like you can get in a lot of trouble out there real quick.
Yeah.
I may fit in though.
Ransom in the area, yeah, you'd be great down there. Ransom in the area with the defug early. Well, the thing is, my mom wants me at her house for dinner, so we had to start early.
He got called in before the lights came on.
She just bought me this new X3, so now I have to hang out with Mom. Ranch is open, boys. Yeah, I went to Hill Country in Texas, and it reminded me of like a hard man's Italy. Like the rolling hills was beautiful.
Okay.
A hard man's Italy.
Yeah, like the really nice part of Italy where my grandpa's from. It's near Florence. It's in between. What's the nice part in the middle?
Sicily?
No, Sicily's a shithole.
Tuscany?
Tuscany.
Yeah.
There we go.
Corey in
Cheese.
the house.
Yeah, got good cheese, that Tuscany.
wine country.
Yeah, ranch is between San Antonio and Austin. That's Hill Country, baby.
There we go.
Well,
I don't want to be in
Antonio
Austin.
Sounds fun.
San Antonio is pretty fun. Austin's probably funner when they're open, but it's probably the only part of Texas that is not going to open at all when this happens.
It's true.
But the Hill Country's sick, man. Love it out there. Big shot to Texas. Oh, boy. Well,
I think we can...
this is going to be a real short one because now that we're friends with Hoonigan, we don't need... we don't really need to do anything anymore.
I think we're pretty good. All right. I think we got everything. I got some callbacks.
You got any news? Who's got news?
I got news.
Right,
I have some news clips, and then we're going to talk to Noah about his business adventure.
I really wanted to come off. Like, I really wanted us to all dress in suits and stuff and be like, we totally made it now that we talked to Scotto.
Give me a heads up, man. I got the suited.
I know. Next
ready
time
to
we're
go.
going to have to. Scotto, who's the best guy ever, if you didn't listen to the interview yet, and we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Where's my notes? Hold on, I think...
yeah, I'll let you grab those before I hit the button.
This thing's effing me. Okay, let's go.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who
It's your boy.
and Corey.si.
Ciao.
We have our friend Noah from Noah Sport, the guy who was out back, hanging out with us today.
Hello.
In this week's episode, we're going to catch up with Noah, find out what's going on with his latest endeavor, see where he's at, talk about what's coming up, what he can do for you. But before that, this episode is brought to you by...
Well, let me drink this so I can sleep. I had another monster 10 minutes ago. Which brings me to the point of, boys, are you for some reason worried about getting lucky on St. Paddy's Day? Okay. Are you a victim of the luck of the Irish? You know, the best way to attack that little problem is with the gift of perceived length. And there's no way to get perceived length better than the masters of perceived length, the scientists over at Manscaped. That's right, boyos. Let your special someone know that the leprechaun is actually packing heat with Manscaped. Don't make them dig dig for the prize at the end of the rainbow. Display it with pride. Want to offset that corned beef and cabbage smell? Hit it with Manscaped Refined. Still smells nice, but very tough. And right now, you can get the perfect package 3.0 on Manscaped, which involves grooming stuff for men. Do you know what's in it individually, Joshua?
Lawnmower 3.0.
Lawnmower 3.0.
I believe it's the Revive ball toner,
Ball toner.
Your ball deodorant.
ball preserver.
I heard Tobias is very into the ball toner.
Super into the toner.
Guys, he was toning it on air.
Yeah.
Watch that. Oh, no, we didn't. We don't. That's why we don't
That's
broadcast
why we don't
Sean's podcast live. Yeah.
Things like that happen.
So, yeah, if you go today, place your order, use code REVIVAL, that's REVIVAL, did it again. You will get 20% off and free shipping on everything from Manscaped.
You get a pair of undies. Best undies ever.
You
Yes.
get a pair of undies, which Corey's super into.
I think everybody's into. We're all into the same pair.
Yeah. When it was my time to wear them, I was kind of into it, you know. I don't like the big Manscaped logo on top because I'm a man that still sags his pants despite being damn near 40.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I like to let them know.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you got to let them know. And
I
that's
like to let 'em
that's
know.
what Manscaped's about.
Yeah.
You know, get all the crap out of the way. Let them
Yep.
know.
Yep. Great
Find the gold at the
representation.
end of the rainbow, you know.
Straight to the point, if you will.
I've also been totally beaten because I listened to Ryan's reads and they're so good.
Ryan's read this past week,
Was
the St. Patrick's Day
one
read,
of the top reads.
literally like crying listening to
I
it.
haven't heard that one. I applauded him on the true false one. I dug that. That was a clever idea. He does a good job.
I got to do the true false one.
True false is good.
Big shout to Ryan.
He
Popping
just,
down the stairs.
Yeah,
Listen in.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know, the show is great, but that it's worth listening to just for the Manscaped read.
Sometimes I spend, like, I didn't get to go to the hill today, and usually I write him. I have a stroke of genius on the way back from the hill.
Right, a moment.
And
yeah.
I just like, all right, Google, listen to me.
Yeah.
Here's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And I just slam it out. But, man, after listening to Ryan's, I was just disenfranchised.
Oh, it's
you know,
quite good.
How can
It's
I beat
quite good.
this? But I also don't understand why anybody Manscaped for St. Patty's Day. I mean, a lot of days it's harder to score than St. Patty's Day, if I'm honest.
Well, if you're
Inebriation
interested,
always helps.
Inebriation,
Always helps.
obviously
coerces.
consensual,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
like the
Yeah.
van.
Could
Yeah,
be like
exactly.
Irish pride as well, you know?
Bit of the
Right, that's
Irish
true.
pride.
Yeah, bit of the luck of the Irish.
But pop it out, you know what I mean?
Potatoes on
Not in
deck.
public.
Yeah.
If you're interested in keeping, you know, all your Irish bits together, visit manscaped.com. Use code REVIVAL, REVIVAL, for 20% off and free shipping. Go check that out. This episode is also brought to you by Noah Sport,
No sport.
a new car repair shop based out of Rhode Island, specializing in vintage European models.
1990 maximum.
If you have an older European car, you know, something that pumps a bit of that air, reach out to Noah Sport at Noah Sport RI on Instagram. He's got the hookups, he's got the knowledge, he's got the tools to get it all, you know, running, topping you off, if you will.
He'll top you right off. I'll tell you what.
Off.
Noah's literally one of the only people I'm allowed to touch any of my cars.
I
Yes.
do. I touch
He-
Chuck's cars
He,
off.
he touches most of my cars. There's one other person who's totally retired from the industry. Shouts to Jesse.
Yeah.
Used to touch my cars. Noah's the younger, more handsome Jesse.
Doesn't have a plane yet.
Doesn't have a plane, but when he gets the
that's
level
a
of the plane,
downside.
he'll
Yeah,
probably retire.
that's a
We don't want
downside.
Noah to get a plane.
Yeah.
But no, for real, all my cars, everything, whenever I get in above my head, which happens every now and then, I make a frantic call to Noah Sport.
Yeah. As we all do.
And my cars usually aren't in the state where I can get them to Noah Sport. And also, if you use Noah Sport, you know, we'll hit you with a couple Revival stickers if you come by the old Shopperoo.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll give you the
That's true,
Revival
yeah.
tour if you
You
use a
can
Noah
get-
Sport.
yeah.
So,
In studio tour.
and we hit up Noah Sport on Instagram.
Yeah.
Noah the God.
Is it Noah Sport RI?
No Sport RI.
Yeah.
I think there's an underscore between the T
In Noah
and
Sport, they'll find it.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
post
yeah.
it on our thing.
Instagram already knows that they're looking for it, so
Oh.
Yeah.
it'll figure it out for them.
It'll populate. So that's who this episode is brought to you by. Thank you very much to our sponsors to keep this train on track, unlike us. Let's get into the old.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
I could call back.
Yeah.
from Derek, which is DRK Imber. DK Derek from Instagram.
Dick Ember.
Dick Imber.
Yep.
He just.
How do you fuck up names?
Well,
so
no,
bad
this
all
one.
the time?
This one I just can't see because it's so far away because it's a screenshot and it's
I fucking love it.
perceived length. I need it on the name. But he actually just says, "What's up, guys? Long time, first time here. Calling back to episode 137 that I'm currently listening to the USPS vehicles. Again, we were talking about USPS vehicles.
Oh yeah.
They are actually called Grumman Lives and are based on 87 to 94 Chevy S10s with 2.5 liter 4 cylinders, except the 94, which had a 2.2. It says, I used to work at an independent shop locally and would be contracted to repair these USPS trucks. The reason they have stuck around is they do anything to keep them going. Case in point, I replaced about 40 frames and full suspension setups. Many also got remanufactured engines, transmissions, and differentials as well. They are basically brand new vehicles running around. They also have newer ones called Ultimaster FFV based on 2000 Ford Explorers. Those are used in Providence / Johnston area, yada yada. They use the 4.0 single overhead cam engine, rear wheel drive. I actually first started listening to the podcast while replacing frames on these majestic beasts. And he said, and the conversation this week reminded me of that. So shouts to him for schooling us on the USPS.
It's strange because I've never seen a USPS truck with a crooked license plate, so it's hard for me to believe.
It sounds like a good buy.
Oh, what's that called? Well, not bedroll.
S-dime,
What
though.
the hell's it called? An S-dime.
S-time. You know what they call them around here?
No.
Shit.
No love for the mini truck.
No, I love S-times, man. They're hilarious. And I know Kenner was a big up to Kenner, who
What
was
was
an
that
S-time
thing called? I'm
god.
going to screw it up.
Go ahead.
The crooked plate there. It didn't have a name.
Crooked plate.
I can't remember what it was called.
I think you
Not
call it
Frenching.
Oh,
Frenching is headlights. You can
Yeah.
French headlights for French plate. I
never
can't
Frenched
remember.
that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. Anyway, so that's my knowledge of S10s and the lowrider scene in that world.
maybe
I don't know. I still think one would be a good buy. It'd be fun.
Well, I mean, 2.5 liter 4-cylinder rear wheel drive.
Yeah, no, pull out the engine, put in something totally different. But I don't know. I think it could be a good time.
K series. K swap.
K series, I guess. Okay.
1J.
1J would be a riot. I'm pretty sure it'd probably split in two. I think putting in at the same time, you put in like a truck, Chevy
LS?
V8. Yeah.
An LS.
Yeah.
You think that would have the bay for? I've never seen. I can't say I've ever seen the engine bay.
A
on
little
one
bit
of those
hammer.
things.
What, on a dime?
Yeah.
Oh, you feel whatever you want on that thing.
Well,
You call up your friend Clarence and with the hammer and
yeah, hook it up.
Yeah.
Weld some steel.
yeah.
Add some rods, some rails.
It's definitely been done. I mean, you've seen they've had some of these little
Oh yeah, there's.
postal vehicals with all kinds of things swapped into them. I just think it'd be a
I
good
think
time.
there's even someone that.
Oh, yeah, here's one right here.
LS swap mail truck. There you go.
LS swap mail truck. Literally the first thing that came up. Yeah. All right. I'll have to watch that later.
you live and you learn, something
Yep.
new every day.
What else do we have for callbacks?
I got one we talked about last week, I believe.
Yeah.
The new C63 AMG.
Yes.
For shame.
Allegedly is going to weigh 4,400 pounds.
I seen that today.
I think that's 100 pounds more than my X3.
It's 535 pounds heavier than the previous generation.
Batteries, baby.
Them to some heavy bitches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's a
just, I
C.
couldn't even get over
That's
it.
a C class.
Yeah.
Hey, it's going to be a
lot of weight.
4-cylinder with batteries.
4-cylinder,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember when it was the 8,
Yeah.
no turbos.
Just
And
grunt.
503 horsepower on the last one, right? The 503 edition.
Yes.
Made all the noise.
Yeah.
And then they were like, they're putting turbos on. It sounds like shit. Didn't sound like shit.
Oh, it
Made
sounded
like
even
100
better.
more horsepower. Sounded even better. I want to believe they're going to be able to do it, but there's no way.
Yeah. Like, so what is that? What's that ratio of like how much battery do you need to overcome that weight?
I mean, it's probably enough.
Yeah.
But it's just how much battery do you need to overcome the fact that like it was the best sounding only one with a V8
Yeah.
and now it's going to like that's I'm all about battery stuff, as you can see by me just buying a Tesla.
Yeah.
No, but I like battery stuff, but it's when it's like, okay, well, instead of like starting with the little shitty one,
Yeah.
we're gonna take the Halo German hot rod, like
Yeah.
the one,
Yeah.
and we're gonna make that
the God of
battery.
Thunder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thor himself rumbling.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
it's like
gonna
a slip with the
remove his
traditional
voice.
razor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You might take it off. Might lop it off. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I saw the article. We talked about it last week, so I figured it was a good time to bring it up. Just throw that weight number out there. It's astonishing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It really is. Consider my butt hurt.
Yeah.
What did you just say about Tesla?
No, I was joking because I didn't buy a Tesla. I bought,
Okay.
I bought an X3.
Yeah. Okay, that's. I was just like, wait.
Because I was
what?
close, but we
Yeah.
we read the text message.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
You had the
understand how they
receipts.
operate.
They weren't great.
Yeah.
Not a good showing on their sales team.
Not for me. Well, it's for not car people.
Right. Just a store.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's a car store.
What else do we have callbacks?
I got one. Hold on.
Well, hold on.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
Big shout to Woko VW or Voko VW if you're Polish. He's finally sick and tired of me ordering the wrong washer cap from Japan, and he's saving me literally hundreds of dollars by 3D printing me a washer cap. I sent him some admittedly bad measurements.
Yeah.
And I think he realized that, so he's just like, I'm making a bunch of different sizes.
Yeah.
He's going to make a custom Daihatsu Mira cap. But once he's got the measurements, he can sell those in the open market, and that's pretty heavy.
So we know there's just maybe 2 of them over here.
Right, so if he sells them for like 14, 15 grand each.
Yeah.
The wave is coming. If they're universal and can be used on other platforms of that, K series, perhaps.
Not for nothing. I'm pretty sure they're all missing from all of them. But at the same time, just endless shout. He showed me a little SketchUp. It's got the Mira logo on it. It's going to be red. It's amazing. I'm going to do an install video. It should be installing that. Should be an hour-long vlog.
From start to finish.
It's a shame because there goes all the vlog content. If you get a windshield washer
Right.
cap that fits, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just going to repack the ones I have.
yeah,
And just, another package from Japan.
just over and over.
Yeah.
Just constant unboxings of the same product.
Yeah, it's my favorite.
I should have done
Yeah.
that before saying it.
The unboxing when the box has clearly already been
Yeah,
opened and stuff
yeah,
has been taken out.
Yeah.
Oh, see what we have here.
How'd these instructions get here?
Yeah, and my wife, I think, hid the rugs for the Mira, too. So I just think she doesn't want to teach me how to steam clean them. That's going to be a terrible vlog as well. Me steam cleaning rugs. But, we're grasping for content.
Get a little drill brush action going on.
Anybody else have anything else? Because I got another one.
No, that was my singular callback
me
this
sip
week.
for this
Well,
one.
actually, there's a callback we can discuss, but
Yeah.
Here's a discussion. So old Charlie Electronics decided, I get this car. I get a Valentine radar. I get a dash
I
cam.
heard about this.
You know what? Let's toss this in. So it's, Saturday. My typical, time frame for stuff. It's like Saturday at 3:30. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to hop out to the garage. I'll be back in 10 minutes. I'm going to go hardwire all the stuff into my new car, right? So anyways, I obviously gorilla hands my old dash cam out of my car and literally just ripped it in half. So I got a new dash cam. If you're looking at dash cams, all of them are exactly the same thing. Not all of them, but there's one that particularly a little triangular thing.
yeah.
They're all made by the same company because I've had them 4 times. I've broken all of them. But they didn't break by themselves. It's me doing it. So I go, and when I dropped off, actually, it's a funny story. When I dropped off my M5, I was like, okay, great. I didn't expect to trade it in that day.
Yeah.
But I should know myself better than that. So, I'm like, I need a second in a flathead screwdriver. And I go in the car and I just dump the dash light out, the dome light out, and I'm just tearing wires out. And they're like, "What? Don't worry about it." So I got the whole
Your car now.
Yeah, this isn't mine anymore. We just signed the deal.
Yeah.
So anyways, I got all this stuff. This should horrify Noah more because he understands wiring. And I go on the forums because there's a lot of stuff that's undocumented in the world. Any make and model of a car, of a hardwire of a radar detector is on the internet. Don't know why. So all these guys are buying this thing called Wire a Mira, and it's an easy way to plug into pins
Yeah.
in your mirror. I'm like, look at these bitches. They're ordering a wire mirror. Don't they know you can just scrape a little plastic off and solder a wire in? I mean, come on. So anyways, I get the numbers. I get the...
Noah is he's taken aback by this.
Scared.
So I see the pins I need. So whatever. I pop the thing off. I can see the pin, right? And I'm like, oh, here we go. There's the pins I need. It's a little buried, but whatever. I'm like, and the funny thing is the pin on the internet's got 4. Mine's got 6, but, same colors. We'll make it happen.
It's 2 extras
Was
just
there,
in case.
was there only 4 wires going into it?
There were
the
6
two
wires
on-
going into mine, but I figured
Oh.
they didn't have some options I had.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, this baby's loaded. This baby's loaded.
Those can't be anything. These are just extras.
Erroneous.
So the
Long
first
term.
panel just pops right off, right? Perfect. Second thing is like a clamshell around the mirror. Not too bad. Kind of pops right off. So I'm like, okay, I'll just pop this out. Here we go. This is what I need. All right, I got a couple vampire clips. You know what I'm
I
talking
was
about?
to suggest that for you.
The Blue Boys.
Yeah, Charlie Vampire
horrific.
clip over there.
So old Charlie Vampire clip over there. Slaps one on the other one. Great. It's on the power. I think it's got power, but it's a modern car. There's nothing I can ground to at all, right? There's
Everything's plastic.
There's no exposed anything. So whatever. So I'm like, okay, instead of just going to the bolt to the ground like I usually do, I'm going to vampire clip the ground. Perfectly simple. I vampire clip the brown wire, which is the ground. Tug on it, comes right out. I'm like, okay, well, now I got to clip on this thing. I can't put that back. Oh, shit. Here we go. So I'm like, okay, I'll just take the dome light down because there's always a bolt in the dome light that I can ground to, right? This is my thinking. So I got Noah's trim tool remover. Thanks, young Ben.
Yep.
And I'm like, okay.
2 years later. 2 years later, by the way.
I think I gave you money for that, but if not, I will again.
No, don't worry about it.
So I'm like, I'm just gonna pop the dome light thing out. Now the dome light on this car, because I'm an old car person, right?
Yeah.
The dome light on my old cars is a light bulb and 2 wires.
It
That's
just
it.
falls out when you hit a bump.
Yeah.
Yeah, most of the time because I've already touched it. I've already hardwired into it. So the dome light on this thing, it's got the Bluetooth speaker thing. It's got
yeah, it's
fucking
the- it's the
lasers up
whole-
there for all the
hand gestures,
the hand
yeah.
gestures that don't drive while you're Italian.
Yeah.
It's got like 9 LED lights. So whatever. I get.
Well, that would just mean there's a lot of grounds up there.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's plenty of rounds. Am I right?
the
So
jackpot.
I pull the thing out. Yeah, there's gonna be so many bolts up there.
It's like the honey pot.
Yeah.
It's like Chuck takes it down. It's like the scene in Pulp Fiction where he opens the briefcase.
Right. It's just golden. Yeah.
Yeah, so I pull part of it out after like way too much force, like Muscle Beach, right? And it's like this long fucking thing. And I'm like, how is anyone supposed to get that out? That doesn't make any sense. And then I'm like bending it down. I'm looking in the back. I'm like, okay, those look like clips. Fine. So I decide I'm going to Muscle Beach the other end of it out. So picture this. It's 4 corners. I got 1 corner out.
It's 3 to break.
So let me Muscle Beach the other one. It looks like stout metal. I Muscle Beach the other one out. I'm like, oh, man, there's a bolt. We're good. Let me just get this thing down so I can get to it. And I was like, how does this get back in anyway? And I start trying to put it back together. And it was like, so remember, I started at 3:30. It's about 4:45 now. And it's me like trying to bustle this thing back in that I just pulled out, honking the horn. My daughter's like, Daddy, why are you honking the horn? I'm like, shut up, that's why. I'm outside. I'm outside in the driveway. I'm like doing all this yoga stuff, trying to get this thing back in. And I finally get to the point where I'm like, I'm never going to be able to get this back together.
I've gone too far.
Yeah. And I get to the point where I'm like, I don't even want to put this stuff in anymore. I start putting this kind of stuff back together, but I know I got to put this up, and it's just not going. And I was just like, oh, Jesus. Okay, let me call Kyle. Kyle picks up the phone. Now it's 4:55. I know he works on Saturdays. God bless the man. KD Designs, Rhode Island.
Yeah.
I owe him at least a couple shout-outs and a dinner.
Many. I owe him many. because
And I
of
was
the
just like,
wiring.
hey, Kyle, what's going on? He's like, I had a shit day, man. Well, what's up? And I was like, so you still at the shop? It's like, nah, I wasn't there today. I was like, all right, let me tell you what I've been doing.
Let me fill you
So
in.
you know the new car I showed you yesterday? I ripped the dome light out, and I can't get it back in, and I'm going to break it. And he's just like, okay. I'll meet the shop in 20 minutes. Can you drive it? Like, oh, absolutely. And long story short, because this is a really long story, I'm trying to make this a short podcast. I bring it in, and he's just like, what the fuck are you doing? He sees the vampire clips first
I was
off. He's
gonna
like,
say, I'm sure
oh,
he
vampire.
appreciated
Okay.
those, yeah.
Whatever they're actually called. He's like, you're using these things? And it's just like it was like when you do something dumb and your dad's mad at you.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh no. And like, so anyways, there were 2 screws on the back that I couldn't see. It was behind a grate. Kyle popped those out. Whole thing comes out, no problem. And I'm like, all right, let's just put it back together because like, that was 5:30
Yeah.
on a Saturday. And he's like, oh no, buddy, No. We're putting the dash cam, hardwiring this, and the radar detector in.
Getting it
I mean,
sorted.
this guy made like all my hardwire kit had the wrong ends on it. He cut them all. I mean, he made a goddamn harness to wire all the stuff in.
Yeah.
And it came out so nice. It's all stealth. It's all in there. It's spectacular.
Yeah. I mean,
And he put it in, and it was probably took him 40 minutes, and I should have just called him in the first place.
Yeah.
So that's, if you need electronics in, talk to Kyle. There's so much shit up there to the point where I put my radar in. I'm like, why is it beeping every time I move my hands? And it's because of the fucking lasers they use to do your hand gestures, which you cannot turn off. So if anyone's got to hook up with Uniden radar detectors, your boy needs one. I got to get rid of my Valentine because they haven't fixed it. But yeah, it was just like I got him way over my head as I usually do. But instead of destroying it as I usually do,
or welding it.
Or welding it, because you can't weld plastic. If you could weld plastic, I'll tell you exactly what would have happened.
Do I have news for you?
I would have cut those tabs off and just re-welded them.
They make plastic welder.
I know. I got to talk to Joe Booth. I broke something too. Hit me up. Not in that car. In the acting.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, it was me getting by on my head. It was me thinking it was going to take 10 minutes to do something that took hours, and then a trip at dinner time to get fixed. It's an incredible shout out to Kyle.
Yeah.
It's a shout out to Katie Designs Rhode Island, who can do all sorts of electronic wizardry. Yeah,
They do everything over there, but
Charlie fixed it.
The
Not gonna
electronic
happen.
stuff, car-related installation, damn near anything. That's their bread and butter. That's his wheelhouse over there. So
Oh, absolutely.
Go,
I mean,
check
he
him out.
looked at the stuff. It's like the Matrix where all the guy sees his code.
Yeah.
He's Neo.
All I see is electronics.
You know that red Charger he's been working on?
Yeah.
Yes.
I saw it. I was on my way back to work today, and I saw it like rolling down the road. I was like, God damn, that looks good.
Yeah.
Like,
He's got a white one that looks nicer.
yeah,
That's
the red
the
one, I don't know. I like the red on that car for some reason, but
Yeah.
it was
Very
super
tight.
low, just like crawling along. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle saved my ass as usual, and
gets-
he's done this. I mean, we've talked about it on the podcast. I asked him
Yeah,
if he could check
handful
out
of
my
times.
carburetor and rebuilt
Right.
the whole
Just
thing.
rebuilt and he found a piece of wood
Hey,
inside
where's the
of it.
bowl?
Yeah. Still trying to find out where the bowl is on those things.
Do we have any other callbacks?
No. I just had that little C63 depressing.
Yeah, that's sad.
Depressing news. Yeah. Well, we can have a call back just to, we dropped a special episode yesterday. So if you hadn't heard it, we released a interview with Brian Scotto from Hoonigan. And we just want to say shouts to him once again for joining us. Had a great conversation with him. And yeah, it was awesome.
If anybody ever had any doubt whether Hoonigans were car dudes and all that stuff, like if this was just a brand thing, like Scotto would put that to rest immediately.
Yeah.
He's the real deal. Everybody there is. I mean, even just if you just give them a chance and watch the videos, man. I know they're wildly popular. Like these are real car dudes doing real car stuff whilst they have a job at like a very successful company. It's awesome. And I don't know. We all got off that phone call and we were just like, whoa.
That was awesome.
This
yeah.
is
It was just
awesome.
super,
Like-
super cool.
So yeah, same story as most of us and our listeners, basically,
Yeah.
like how we get into cars and
Just
and
kinda
what we did when we were kids.
the
It was
natural,
awesome.
the natural progression from like bikes and skateboards to just kind of eventually finding your way to car stuff and all intertwining in the same manner to a certain extent. So it was awesome. If you haven't checked it out, go check that out now.
Absolutely. Hopefully we can get him back on too, because Josh and I were talking earlier about we could have him on for hours
Yeah, seriously.
just about car nerd
bunch of
shit.
different stuff.
It's also important to note he gave us so much more time than was originally
Oh,
requested.
absolutely. Yeah,
it
we
was
were
amazing.
We were all amped up for a half hour, and I think we went an hour and a half. We're like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, it was.
this is
I
unbelievable.
was going to say, yeah, we had him on the line for about an hour and a half, and probably a little over an hour for actual interview stuff that went out there. So again, shouts to him and that whole crew there. So
Also, shout out to the
Support.
listeners. Super amped on the bonus episode.
yeah. Hey, if you want us to do that, we can put out more somehow. We'll figure it out.
yeah.
Do
Do
some
you
call.
know someone cool?
Like we can do some call-in interviews, things of that nature. If you're into it, just let us know. We'll make it happen somehow.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with that one.
With that said, we can.
That was perfectly matched pitch right there.
It was. That was
my
very
pitch. I'll tell you
I
what.
couldn't even tell it first.
My
And then I was
pitch
like,
is-
wait a second.
My pitch has gotten so on point with that
Yeah.
that I'm thinking of maybe taking up a new hobby.
Taking it on the road.
singing jingles.
Or you
taking
get
it
the
on the
honk,
road.
you're gonna honk on Bobo and say
gotta,
news.
Dude,
Bobo.
I'll tell you
Forgot
what.
about Bobo.
I should bring the Bobo in
You
here
gotta yeah.
because I am so good at playing the goddamn honking on the Bobo
Are
right
you?
now.
Can you sing Blues Traveler? You
Dude,
got any
I can.
Traveler
Blues Travel's
songs?
got nothing on me, dude. I just improvise.
What's his name? John Hopper. You just,
I don't know. I don't know what his
whatever that
name
guy's
is. But I tell you what, my kids, I chase them around playing the harmonica, and it's hilarious. I just play super fast, and they just go, "Oh, it's awesome!" It's
Yeah.
like being chased by It's like when I was a kid, getting chased by hobos. You
yeah,
know what I mean?
Except with a real train and a stick.
Yeah. No. Honking on the Bobo. I gotta bring it out publicly. Once my DJ events come back up, I'm probably gonna do an hour Bobo set.
Throw some Bobo in
Yeah.
there.
Like, you guys like house music? How do you like honking on the Bobo?
How do you like?
I can do it at 124 BPM. Is that what you're trying to do?
How do you
Anyways,
like the house
dude,
harmonica?
if I could go full on Bobo, I mean, I know the hoonigan thing's cool, but I mean, I think I pay my way through life.
And now presenting Chuck with his harmonica,
Charlie the Bobo man.
selling out theaters anywhere.
Honking on the Bobo, also, I don't think it has anything to do with harmonicas, but I love it.
I don't know. It's
Where
an
did it come from?
I know,
Aerosmith.
Josh,
It's an Aerosmith record title, I think.
Honking on
they
the
have
Bobo?
there's no way they have a record called Honking on the Bobo.
Yeah, Aerosmith honking on Bobo vinyl. They even did a tour.
No way.
They even did a tour.
Honking on
Oh,
Bobo?
I swear to you, you can go Wikipedia.
Is it all harmonica songs? I should learn them.
It's
Is this the one?
Imagine if I learned all the songs on that.
Yeah.
Where is it? Let's see. Honkin' on Bobo is the 14th studio album by American rock band Aerosmith.
When did
released
it come out?
Early
released
one.
on
1973.
March 30th, 2004.
Wow.
11 covers of blues and blues rock songs from the 1950s and 1960s.
Wow.
There you go.
I
I-
like the sound of that.
Honk on Bobo with, what's his name? Perry? Not Steve Perry. That's Journey. The hell's his name?
Is Steve Perry their guitars?
No.
No, I think there's a Perry in there somewhere.
My
There's
brother-in-law
definitely a Perry.
hangs out with that guy. Knows that
Isn't
guy.
Aerosmith, isn't it?
They're from Duxbury.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
isn't it Steven Tyler?
Steven Tyler. There you
But
go.
The other guy was Perry. Joe
yeah,
Perry.
Joe
Perry,
Perry.
yeah.
Steven Tyler, Joe Perry.
Doesn't Joe Perry have the
You
he has
combine them together
the
and
coffee, I believe. He does the coffee. He's got like his own coffee company.
Dunkin' Donuts?
No.
Wasn't he a big guitarist in a
Yeah.
band?
Yeah. That didn't work out though.
That's
So.
with coffee.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, if you have any timing whatsoever, like if you were a drummer or a DJ, you can play the harmonica. All it is timing, and you just blowing the damn thing for different notes. It's great. Takes no talent. Love it.
Yeah, but do you know what notes you're playing?
No, but you don't have to. Just make it sound good.
Oh, okay.
That's what
I
music's
didn't know
about.
If it was like a,
Yeah, exactly.
like a
You can actually like play notes. Like you can
Yeah.
get sheet music and play it. That's lame.
you just learned.
We're
the
gonna have
notes.
to record.
I mean, I could probably play sheet music. I know I was
Yeah.
playing some stupid harmonica song, but
we're gonna have to record a Bobo
dude, I could play our
sound drop.
intro.
Yeah,
I think you should do
that's what we should.
next episode. Don't have any of the sound effects and just
Yeah, just
Chuck
have it
play
all.
them
Yeah,
That-
live Bobo.
I used to
honking.
carry it with me.
Yeah.
I brought it on the climb to Mount Everest.
Mount
we
Everest.
did.
Yeah, I mean Mount
And
Everest,
but I
not
didn't play
Washington. Not Mount Everest.
I just want to be sitting perched up on a rock near the stairs, just
You
playing
should
the
have played
bobo.
at high altitude.
Well, yeah, but I think that's what I've been training for, chasing my kids playing it.
Rockin' and Roastin'. Joey Kramer is the drummer for Aerosmith.
Rockin' and roasting.
Is the name of the company. Rockin' and Roastin'.
All right,
Wow, there we go.
honking on Bobo, rocking and roasting. Anyway,
I was gonna say, I think Joe Perry's probably got enough money. Probably didn't have to do a coffee company.
yeah,
But
not have to.
honking
it's
and
a passion.
roasting.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Honking.
It's a passion.
doesn't have to worry about the return on that. Speaking of returns, I don't know how to segue into this.
Speaking of returns,
sounded
I'm
like
not going
it
to
was
tie this
so
in at all.
perfect.
I
We're gonna
had
get-
something ready to go, but no, it didn't work. The Chevy C8 Corvette.
Yes.
Everybody was so gung ho and so excited that there was a sub $60,000 model.
Yep.
That is no longer going to be the case.
Oh, take backsies.
because there's going to be $1,000 price increase
Wrong button.
with the
Meant this one.
orders moving forward. So all trim levels will increase by $1,000 beginning March 1st. Customers who have event code 11,
Way to be late on the news. Get your order in now.
yeah. So no more sub $60,000 Corvette. There were a couple out there. We didn't know how many for sure.
Is
We
there
did
sub
see
$62,000 Corvette now?
Probably.
I could only imagine that dealerships are price gouging the crap out of those things.
Oh, yeah.
though.
Yeah, I just assume so. We did say, now we're talking just stickers, so who knows what dealership
I
does.
know. But it's the same thing as like when they put out the RS and all that stuff.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's just-
I mean, the TRX is going for over $100,000 right
I
now.
saw an RS today. Shout to Focus RSs. Looked really nice.
I seen a white one.
I saw a blue one, but it had those stupid mud flaps. All those idiots rally armor
my
mud
God.
flaps.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
stop it!
That's the thing. I seen a
We know
white
you're
one.
not
It was
rallying
just
it.
plain. It was nice.
You want mud flaps? Get a diesel truck. Put the Yosemite Sam's on it.
You know what else I seen today? Literally was a Jaguar E-Pace, their electric SUV.
Oh yeah. Oh, it looks good.
It looks cool. It's small. It's really small. It's just kind of like a picture of Model 3, just taller, roughly, sharper
With
edges.
zero range.
I was saying that's a tiny
So
vehicle.
the fun, it wasn't big at all. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
If
like
there's
because
one
the
thing that the British are known for is their electronics.
Yeah,
so
nothing like an electronic.
Let's wait
English
for those
car.
in 2
it's
years.
where was I going? Oh, because whatever the other one is the other one, the F-Pace. I think
E-Pace?
F-Pace is
F-Pace is the normal.
the normal SUV looking one. Like,
F-Pace is what we had in
yeah,
California.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say that's the size of
Did
an
you guys have
Explorer.
an F-Pace?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Right? Is that equivalent to an Explorer, something like that?
No,
Yeah,
it's a
oh,
little
fucking
smaller,
way.
I
It's
think.
like an
Is it smaller?
X3.
I think it's like the size of like a Tiguan, yeah. Or is the Tiguan the big one or the Touareg?
Touareg's the big one.
Okay, so the Tiguan.
Tiguan would
I remember
be
it was pretty
yeah.
small. I sat in the back seat of one.
The E-Pace just looks like, especially the
Looks
roof
really
line,
small?
very
Yeah.
low,
Yeah.
very sharp hatch angle and things like that. But it was noticeable. I'm like, oh wow, that's the first time I've ever seen one. It was in white.
Interesting.
And funny thing is it was heading directly for the EV charging station near my office, which I don't
You
know.
pull
if
in front of it?
He'd be no, I don't know if he's going to even use anything because it's all Tesla ones.
Oh.
So yeah, interesting there.
They have adapters for him?
I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know
Don't
for
worry,
sure.
they do that.
It's something I'm going to dive deeper into, and the reason I say that is because I need to learn the EV stuff more. Obviously, it's not fucking going away, so I want to learn it more. And one thing that came out recently was the fight, I believe that, or pending fight, where there was no federal support for the Hyundai Ioniq 5 to be supported to use the what's the name? Not the Tesla, the other. Not the Tesla charging stations, the other one that's kind of out there. I can't remember the name of them.
The Volkswagen one?
It was like a US based one that's going to be not
Electrify
universal.
America?
I think right. So
Electrocute
the Hyundai
America.
is not going to be allowed to use that from the thing I've seen.
Yeah.
And I want to read up on
So
that.
Hyundai's
more.
going to put up their own?
So that's the thing. It's just going to get to the point of like, okay, first of all, it's just going to be again
Yeah.
as we say this. I know we harp on this. And say these exact words probably far too many times. Oh, it's just like a phone. Yeah, unfucking fortunately. But look at the problems we have with phones. USB, Type C, Lightning. We know how that works out.
Nobody has problems but Apple at this point.
We know how that works out. But yeah, it's just, it's annoying, that aspect of it. Like, again, there's fucking universal gas pumps that produce 3 types of gas. Oh, and you can get diesel too. Fine, there's a difference in the diesel knob and the gas knob, which it should be because people are fucking stupid.
You can still
But
make it fit though if you try hard.
If you
Yeah, I've seen it happen.
give it a whirl.
Also, shout to Scotto for putting up with our initial phone call.
Oh, geez, yeah.
It's like
so,
that episode started off like the worst it possibly could.
So call back to that just real quick. Obviously, we're on the news now, but I was in total freakout mode because literally we said, hey, you know what? Let's test the connection first, i.e. my phone with the Bluetooth and our board. Great. It works out great. We're good. We're solid. Shit you not. No more than 6 to 8 minutes later, my phone just decides to not work at all and not establish any connection. So we get Scotto calling in. I'm like, hold on. We're trying to figure this out. I'm trying to put a Type-C cable into my fucking Lightning port. All hell's breaking
Corey's
loose.
trying to small talk him so we don't look like a bunch of idiots.
But he understood.
Yeah,
and
he
was
totally got it.
Yeah, it's just, it's stupid. And now I basically eliminated that, and that's never going to happen again because, why not? But yeah, it's just an annoyance.
get a new
So no. I went to Amazon and ordered every cable, dongle, converter, et cetera, et cetera. We got phones covered for like
Joe,
the next
you order
50
too many
years.
dongles, you end up on a list.
Yeah.
Ask me how I know.
I thought that. Never mind. But yes, so I want to dive deeper into that EV. Obviously, the cars themselves, but the infrastructure. What are the plans? Is anybody even talking to that? Is anybody communicating? Obviously, that's going to be a big fucking issue. And if this is the way people want it to go, maybe somebody should start talking to somebody else about how this is going to be done.
Maybe talk to God King Elon. See if he'll let you use the stuff.
It's that right. You would
already
think,
there.
and
Yeah.
that's the thing. Is it just a stubbornness from manufacturer to manufacturer?
I think so.
Which I'd assume so.
Yeah,
And if it's not federally regulated, they aren't going to give a shit.
correct.
So it's just a matter of, okay, you're good if you own a Hyundai and you're near a big city, but if you head towards, I don't know, south, you're out of luck because all the Hyundai stations are in the north. I don't. Something
We just
stupid
need a
about it.
couple people to get zapped trying to like use stupid converters. You know what I mean? Because I'd imagine back in the day when you're trying to put gas in something and it doesn't fit, and you get a funnel, you're blasting all over the place. They're like, well, we could do something about this.
Hence the static warning. Hence the don't fill up a gas can.
So we need a couple
hence the,
geniuses to try to build their homemade converters. Get zapped.
Right.
And we're good.
What is it?
Cause a big ruckus.
They spend money on fixing problems, not preventing problems.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. The squeaky wheel.
That is
Well,
how the government works. Yeah.
Yeah, so I had looked at because the Chevy Bolt, they had some crazy lease deals at some Chevy dealerships. So I was like, I've always been a fan of the Volt. I vocalized that on here. I thought it was great. The Bolt, there's two versions. One looks far better than the other. But I was like, I don't even know where I could go to charge this thing.
Your house?
Yeah.
My house, for sure. But then, like...
No, right. It just be so. That's the
Yeah, if you're going somewhere, you
that's
totally
the.
out.
So
it's
I was like, oh, cool. It doesn't matter if it's $99 a month for this. I don't even know how to use it, really.
It's
So I'm not going
purely
to bother with it.
purely
Yeah.
got to be in some instances. Again, depending upon application and car, it's purely has to be a commuter A to B car. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at that point, you may as well just buy a golf cart. You're going to have similar range.
Right.
And you can plug it in
So
anywhere.
that's the other thing too, that I know. Obviously, kind of moving forward, the Tesla charging stations only operate at a particular voltage. So there are some of these EV vehicles that are higher voltage, i.e. the Taycan. I think the Ioniq Hyundai is going to be higher voltage as well. That does present a problem. You can't just use any charge. It's whatever. But again,
Just watch me.
it's it's not, until there's some sort of agreement, head nod, wink, I don't know, slap and tickle. This is just going to be the
Get a
next
gas
few
generator.
years.
Pull it around with you.
Right, just exactly.
Everybody wins.
You need a trailer,
Little Honda. No, a little Honda one.
or you can get a trailer, 55-gallon drum of diesel fuel,
Yeah.
and a big old diesel generator.
This one's got torque. Electric's got torque. Shouldn't have a
Pull
problem.
that around, yeah,
Well,
exactly.
it's a good. If anyone has the drive to do so, that would be a great business
Cottage
venture right
industry?
now, to make adapter plates and all that stuff to make it, make like legit ones.
You
Well,
ever been
for
sued,
that,
buddy?
it wouldn't. It wouldn't necessarily. So
How many deaths need to be on your hands before you stop that job?
it would all depend on. Yeah, there's a bunch of different variables because if you need a transformer in the middle to either step up or step down,
Yeah.
depending upon the voltage. Yeah, I don't want that business.
I'm not
I
saying
think
it's
we
gonna
should
be
start it.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm not
in
gonna
on
say
that.
it's gonna
We're
be
gonna just
easy.
produce our revival truck.
We're doing the CIS kits, and now we're doing
I talked to that kid after the fact, and he hit me up. He said, "Oh wait, okay, no, I'm confused." So
That's
I'm
okay.
like,
Fair, we were too.
yeah,
Yeah,
we were
very
too,
confused.
but
What
we
do you
wanted
guys-
to try to help
Some
out.
guy asked if we were selling CIS kits. And it was the CIS,
CIS delete
kits. Sure, dude, just rip it out.
I was gonna
Delete
send him.
it.
I was gonna send him a picture of a 2-liter ABS. Just like, look, man, you're better off going down this path.
Shout to the homie though,
What else do we have for news?
boys. I got electric car news. Remember, Fisker made a bunch of claims a few years ago that it's getting some solid state batteries going. They get a breakthrough on the link. They said it's going to enable 500 miles of range in 1 minute of charging in its electric cars.
Yeah,
This is a big thing they were going for.
Yeah.
What you said, 1 minute?
1 minute.
Okay.
It's given up on solid state batteries.
wow, okay.
They don't believe solid state batteries are within range anytime soon. It was kind of a my bad on their part. That's not happening. They said they get about 90% there, but the 10 was a little harder than they thought.
Is Fisker still around? I thought that company
They are
already
so.
Yeah.
Well,
Not the Karma.
the Fisker Karma, you can still see those around in some places. The ones that don't get wet,
Yeah.
like gremlins, you got to keep them out of the water because they catch on fire. I don't know if you've seen that or familiar
Yeah,
with that
yeah,
story. They
The
have
Walker's one that had one.
the Fisker. I think it's called the Oceana or Ocean. It's an SUV.
That one can get wet because it has
It's got Ocean in the
an
name.
aquatic name.
I don't know
It's
exactly.
got a real motor though. It doesn't. It's not electric.
No, it's electric.
Oh.
Yeah, it's supposed to
Cancel
be. It's supposed to be the most green car ever,
Wow.
with a multitude of innovations that make it cleaner, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Wipe your butt with a shell, put it in there. That's how it powers. I don't know. There's
What do you
there's a
do with
bunch of
the
this
two
stuff. Shouts to Demolition Man. There's a bunch of things like that. I've been tweeting Henrik Fisker, the owner of Fisker.
Stop tweeting.
I've been tweeting him every chance I get when he posts and I see that, oh, this was 5 minutes ago. Hey, come on our show. I want to talk about your fucking car. Come on our show, whatever. Surprisingly, he hasn't answered me yet.
I'm shocked.
Maybe
Do you have a blue
someday.
check mark?
The audacity
He
of
does.
some people,
I think he
honestly.
does.
To you?
I don't. Oh no, no. I get like 40 followers.
Is there
on
an
How do you
Twitter.
get
emoji that
one?
you
I
can
stay
put
in
down your name?
incognitus. What's that?
So I said, I wonder if it's like an emoji and you can just put it behind your name.
No, unfortunately, unfortunately, their profile pictures don't extend the whole length, or else they just Photoshop one on there. But yes, I continue to
Just
tweet
make
him.
your
He
profile picture a blue check mark.
He doesn't answer me.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
There's
We're
ways
gonna have to
around
go
this.
with
We
that.
gotta.
So yes, they are still around. I think that thing is, one of those cars that's continuously in development. It's been a long time coming. Still is. They have deposits from some people, but I don't know
Fools.
when the reality of that thing actually being produced is. Here's a good segue. Something that actually is being produced, finally. The Bronco, the actual Bronco, the real one, not the
Yeah.
Sport.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly is going to begin production March 29th.
March 29th.
March 29th. So
Big day in America.
they start producing those things. I don't know how quick they turn them around, how quick they hit lots, but we'll probably see them by fall, I'd assume, out there.
I think
Yeah.
actual delivery date's supposed to be sometime in June.
Oh, is it that quick?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. March 29th?
Unless they've changed it from their original announcement date, I believe actual customer delivery was in June. But
Yeah. So the initial one, just from this, looking quick, says May 3rd. Obviously, that was the first document published.
yeah,
So there's still a few months off from that initial date. So I just said, yeah.
Coming
I
to a
think you're
dealer
right on
markup
there.
near you.
Coming to a dealer markup
you
near
know,
you.
I saw yesterday actually a Sport, obviously.
Yep.
But it was a mustard yellow color.
Ooh.
Ooh, it was
That's really
good.
Nice.
Was
It
it
was
actually
good.
mustard yellow?
No, confirmed. Was mustard
Okay.
yellow. Yeah. Confirmed.
Because I know they make a cool green that I'd imagine could look mustard yellow.
Well, I thought it was orange, and it was confirmed it was actually mustard
Okay,
yellow. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
But-
think they look good. I think
Yeah.
I know they're escapes and people think that's lame, but they look way better than escapes do.
They look way better than an Escape.
And escapes probably more off road than most people do anyway.
It's true.
Certainly more off road than I do.
Yeah, I know. So that's always a hang up because I was like, I would never take it anywhere. So like, why would you ever want? Like, why would I want to go buy like a
For that one
full
time, you're
Bronco?
like, you boys want to see me drive on this
yeah.
parking
So the one
island?
time I do something stupid at your house,
Yeah.
I would need
Let's
the
get this
real
thing
one.
stuck between some trees.
Yeah,
Want to put some tracks on it?
yeah.
Boys, speaking of SUVs and speaking of stuff that's not getting built, whilst Caddy's making more hot dog Blackwing models, they will not include the Escalade. You're not going
Imagine
to
if
get
they
it.
made a Blackwing Escalade.
It would sell like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And
It'd be
so
all
that's
over
why
the
this
place.
is Cadillac's strategy to not do it, because
It'd
that's
be-
what Cadillac does
It'd be
best.
$150,000 SUV.
Stellantis is not letting that move.
No.
But yeah, they said it was not seen as appropriate. That's what one of their brand directors said.
Appropriate for who?
Would not be appropriate.
Maybe the general public
Jeez.
don't
Too
need a vehicle
civilized.
that big hurtling that fast down the road.
I mean, you can get
It
them
is
painted
true,
any
though.
color you want. I've seen lime green
Yeah.
ones from the factory, so I think a Blackwing may be appropriate.
yeah.
But they're not going to slap two 76mm turbos on your CAD from the factory.
Just picture that. V8, 2 turbos, 700 some odd horsepower, and get it in the Cadillac pink.
Local to us, there was a Cadillac Escalade, like the flashy generation, the best generation, that was Murcielago green. And I'm pretty
wow.
sure that's when they stopped the "we'll paint it any color you want" program.
They got that request.
Someone called their bluff.
Yeah, on the production line, they were like, "This is the last one. I mean, we can't do this anymore."
Never fucking again, Bob. We're never doing this
That's
again.
Yeah, it
Whose
was,
idea was this?
it was so bad. It was so bad.
Another bit of news. I know we're interested in these things. And,
Oh, thank God you brought this up.
and each time we see them, we are more and more enamored with them. We haven't physically gotten one on hand or been able to really check one out just yet.
Not for lack of effort, though.
especially without any, obviously auto shows that we're allowed to go to.
Yes, sir.
So Land Rover Defender
Oh, I was going to bring this up. It's so good.
just
my
coming out
God.
with a V8,
Oh,
starts at just under $100,000.
she looks rough and tough.
Rough and tough in black. I don't know what other colors,
Black,
but
gray, and white.
okay. So I knew there was a limitation on which colors you could get.
That's all you
But,
got, and that's all you should be allowed to have.
Yeah, I completely agree. This thing brings the motherfucking ruckus. This takes off with a C63 should
Yeah,
have gone.
I saw this and I mistakenly thought the price was like 80 grand. I was like, well, I fucked up royally.
Yeah.
I should at least one of these, because that's the only thing you do with English vehicles. But yeah, supercharged 5.0 V8, making 518 horsepower and 461 torque.
Yep.
You
out of
think
a car that just looks it just looks unbelievable.
The whole dick and balls. Do you think the SVR or whatever version of it, or the souped
I
up
think it is
version
the
of it?
SVR. Or no.
No, it's not. They're
No.
going to SVO it.
Yeah, that's what.
And it's got 22s on it.
Can't lose.
I believe you can't lose with 22s.
Nope.
Deuce,
Proven.
baby.
How much
Deuce
power
only.
you think will go down with the special victims unit?
Oh, it's. I bet it's 620.
620.
Blaze it.
I think it's gonna cross the 600 mark. God.
I will say there's not. I have. It's been a while since I've seen a new SUV that I've actually been like, that's pretty cool. But I did see. I'm glad I saw it because I would have not known otherwise. But I was watching Wheel of Fortune the other day, and a commercial came on for it.
I don't know why I think you watching Wheel of Fortune is so fucking
No, that's
funny.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, it is amazing.
Listen, man, I get a lot of spare time on my
Yeah.
hands when I'm.
I love
you
The
know.
Price is Right. Anytime I can catch that.
Yeah. Shouts to Bob Barker, Drew Carey,
Yeah.
and crew.
Tease and peace.
Does he still use that big microphone that Bob used?
I don't know.
Oh,
I
okay.
hope not.
it's
I
a
think Bob is doing some
Slender
dirty things with
style.
that.
Yeah, that microphone's. They had to burn that.
Yeah.
I erased my browser history.
So what were you going to say that you seen on Wheel of Fortune? Noah?
Yeah,
we
we just
completely
let you trail off
sidetracked
into
that.
nothing.
Sorry. Welcome to
No,
the show,
I saw
buddy.
a commercial with the Land Rover, the new
Defender.
on it.
Okay. Yeah.
They look pretty beefy in real life, but this one is serious beef.
Yeah.
I'd
Especially-
imagine
right.
it just makes the big noises too.
I was just going to say, especially knowing that the bark actually matches the bite to a certain extent. So when this Defender V8 goes on sale in the U.S., it's going to be two different versions. The 90 version, which is going to start at $98,550.
a fucking 2-door SUV
Yeah.
with a 500 plus horsepower
500
supercharged
horsepower.
V8.
Yep. That looks the business.
Yeah,
Yeah.
22s.
While the 4-door 110 will cost you $101,750 after destination. And there's
Four
some other
wins.
options. That color you mentioned. Oh, I'm sorry. There is a Carpathian. Ooh, Carpathian. We got to add that word to our repertoire. Carpathian gray metallic paint job, adding $6,800 to the price
Let
tag.
me
I
take
wonder
that.
if it's flat.
I don't see it. If this is Carpathian gray, this does not look flat.
Flat. Okay.
Dude,
Yeah, that looks shiny.
the only bonus color you could get on my X3 is like old man tan. It's like a $3,000 option.
Like a tan, or is it like that?
It looked
brown?
like a gold tanny thing.
Oh,
Yeah, terrible.
The
Gotta pay to play.
It was funny. The other day, I forgot what day we were here. Whatever day we were here.
Monday.
I don't remember.
Was it
Uh,
all
the-
three of us were here?
Yeah, we happened to
was
be
I
there
here?
Sunday.
Yeah.
There was a red X3M that drove by. I was
Yeah,
like, oh,
right.
shit, we
It was
never
you,
see them, and then a
yeah.
fucking red
Son
one
of a
drove by.
bitch. As soon as I buy it, the whole state's getting them. They're probably running a super good lease deal right now.
So March 1st hit, and that was it. They're just fucking putting money on the hood. I do have one other bit of news real quick regarding EVs, which we never talk about, Tesla in particular. Shifting all standard range EVs to long form to ensure supply. So in other words, all
Long
these
range only?
long range only.
Okay.
It seems. Let's see, and I think that's supply and demand problem. They're
Right.
going to basically now, finally, with more and more of these manufacturers hopping on board, they're going to see an issue with nickel and not having nickel to create the batteries, et cetera, et cetera. Now it's finally starting the trickle down effect. So he's preparing for that. Supposedly, that's what it is.
I think the range on my X3 with a full tank of gas is 295 miles, which is pretty sad.
How many gallons is it?
It's going to break in 15-ish, 18. I don't know. I haven't brought it down to. I haven't e-cruised it yet.
So in the argument, have you hypermiled it? We gotta
No,
do
but I
that.
do think it gets better. It gets worse gas mileage than my twin turbo V8 car that was 300 pounds less,
Yeah, we were
which
briefly
doesn't make any
discussing
sense
that.
at all. But I guess it's aerodynamic.
I was gonna say because
Yeah.
yours is
I was like, oh man, I got this little thing. It's got a 6-cylinder. I'm gonna get great gas mileage. And I looked up and I was like, oh no.
no. The thing, and again, there's no range anxiety with that because there's gas stations readily available, and that's the difference. Because
Yeah, that's just wall and
EVs
anxiety.
EVs have a bit of a higher watermark that they have to get to make people feel comfortable because of the lack of chargers.
Tell you what, the life of my M5, I got 19.2 miles a gallon average, which is crazy.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Way better than I expected. I
Yeah.
expected my buddy Dennis has a 550, but he drives like a maniac. And he's like at 15 miles a gallon. I'm like, how?
fair.
It's the same motor, but
Yeah.
mine makes 100 more horsepower. But
Yeah.
he's an aggressive guy.
Yeah.
And he's great at it. You got any more?
No, I was just going to bring up that one of the people in the chat room, looks like his name is Bruno. He said the most powerful version of this engine is the one in the Jaguar XE Project 8.
Yes.
And it makes 592 horsepower. So he's assuming that the SVR Defender will probably have that same.
I
That
want
is a wonderful assumption.
Yeah.
I want them all. That's what I want. A garage full of British V8s.
There you go.
I hope it's a detached.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A detached garage full of
Very well insulated.
Yeah. Wonderful fire suppression
Well, I was just going to say lots of fire suppression.
with a full-time tech.
Direct line to the fire department.
I was going to say shouts to Sam at Rotiforum, who I've been slowly harassing about wheels for the X3M. The stock wheels are terrible.
See that picture I sent you?
No, you sent me a picture?
I sent you a picture.
Yeah.
From whom?
The Ashantis.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ashantis. We're
Yeah.
looking at Ashantis, but we've been told there might be some new Jimmy Jams.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to open it to Rotiform and everybody over there. If they need 3 grown men in an SUV to blast out a new set of wheels, we're the guys.
We can get that sorted
We
for
can
him.
make that happen
Yeah.
for you.
So
Yeah, I saw them Ashantis running around, but no jaw rule, so I wasn't interested.
yeah, it just literally the exact wheel that Chuck and
Yeah,
I were
looking very
looking
tight.
at. I just happened to same thing, just literally pulled up on the side of me.
But whole crew's been trying to make up some wheels for it. We're working on it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, we get some
We're
designs.
being teased by Sam over there.
Shouts to Sam.
Big shout to Sam and
Shouts to Sam and
everybody over there.
What else do we have for news? Anything?
Now I get some
I'm-
YouTubes.
Okay, I'm tapped for news.
Time for a video. All right, boys, time for a video.
Let's do it.
I watched a review on the Top Gear Online of the new Audi EV thing, the RS EV Tron, not an e-tron, but the RS
e-tron
GT,
GT.
e-tron GT.
I'm glad you brought that up.
It was, and it had MKBHD in it.
So that's I haven't watched it yet. That's what I was just gonna.
I'll tell you what's going to
it's super
happen.
cool.
Let me ruin it for you. I like the guy from Top Gear Online. I don't know his name. For that, I'm sorry.
I believe he's the editor. Is he the? I can't
Is this
remember.
the same guy we always forget
Yes,
his name?
the- yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
Car's in a super cool color.
Yeah.
It's a Taycan.
Yes.
100%.
That was my
It's
assumption.
a little narrower and a little longer, but it's a Taycan. You can just see, I mean, look at it. It's a
Yeah.
Taycan.
Yeah. I know the rear, just the way the rear sloped and came together seemed very Taycan.
And it's a less power, obviously. And he's oozing about this car. It's Audi. It's a cool car. It's an RS. It's
Yeah.
$100-something thousand bucks. And then, like, at the end, like, well, we look at the film for a day, so let's bring in MKBHD, who's doing, now he's going to start doing some articles on EV stuff for the Top Gear magazine, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And he comes out and he's like, yeah, well, for $100-something thousand and it gets 200-something miles of range, which doesn't, like, it just doesn't add up.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a sports car, I get it. But, the knowledge he put out there was just like, oh, man, like, I know this guy was all about it.
Highly
but-
educated when it comes to these EV vehicles.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, I know Tesla does better, but I mean, Audi's got to catch up. And you can tell MKBHD's kind of like, yeah, maybe they'll catch up. And it's like on the same battery pack, they're doing 400 now.
Right.
So it was interesting because obviously it's a driver's car, which is the Top Gear perspective. It's a ripper. We've been in the Taycan. We know it's a ripper. But for the same price or less, you can get a car that the 0 to 60 on the Taycan is like 3.5.
Yeah.
The Model S is 2-something.
And they just came out with the new
Not the Taycan. The 0 to 60 on the Audi was 3.5, which is the same on my truck. I mean, 3-something's not really that fast for an electric
So
car.
here's the other thing too is there's a new Taycan. Well, I guess it's a different model.
Sportback
it's
one?
Still, well, no, that was just released. That's being released tomorrow. There's Sportback Turismo or something like that. I forget what that is. But this is the pink one that they released fairly recently.
I didn't see it.
It's just a pink Taycan. It's supposedly just rear wheel drive.
Oh, okay, yeah, I heard of it.
It seems like less power.
Well, I haven't seen anybody crash a normal one.
This says 402. Okay, so here we go. Here's the model range now. The Taycan, plain old and simple. But why I'm saying this is because I knew the price range was different. You can get a Taycan for $79,000.
Right, and you can get this Audi. They're only doing Quattro. There's Quattro, and then there's the RS. There might be an S model as well. So the RS
Yeah.
is way more money. This was all in UK dollars. So it was like
Yeah.
80K pounds of the sterling.
yeah.
So it's like $100,000+ for the Quattro, and they had the Big Daddy out.
Yeah.
So I
Okay.
don't know. It was interesting. I just say watch the review. It's a cool car. It looks great. The interior's the same as a Taycan. But it's awesome to have Marquise come on and be like, yeah, it's cool. Is a sports car, I guess. but they call the thing a GT, and
Yeah.
you know, we've already seen the Taken where they tell you they don't use the normal mileage test; they use their own,
Yeah.
which gives it 300.
So then using the standard like EPA one.
No,
Okay.
So yeah, there's an RS e-tron GT for $141,000.
okay.
And I'm just looking at
That's
like
what
the full boat?
that's what they were running.
that seems
but
to
it
be
had
the
a bunch
full,
of options and
full
stuff.
boat one because there's the e-tron GT, and then it looks like there's the RS GT. Let's see, aiding GT's dual electric cruise 522.
But I was watching the review and I was
need
like,
to-
why am I watching
yeah.
this review? I know what a Taken does. It's the same
Yeah.
car.
I need to look at this more, but
I like the way the e-tron looks better than the car one. I know it's sacrilegious to say.
the
The QA e-tron thing, whatever that is.
SUV.
That thing
Oh,
looks like it's out
okay.
of like Demolition Man or something.
Yeah.
okay, yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I like the rear on this a lot.
I think Audi generally makes better looking SUVs than anybody in the class. Like the Mercedes ones look terrible.
As far as
The BMW ones look whatever.
I don't know, the X7 is pretty fucking cool looking.
X7s are
I
cool
seen
looking,
a white
but
X7.
a Q8 looks better. I think the slope back Audis,
Yeah,
because obviously everybody needs two types of the same SUV.
right.
The slope back Audis look way better than the
I
slope
do
back
like
BMWs.
although I like, again, different size here, but I like the Macan a lot. Porsche
Yeah, I
Macan.
love the
Macan is great
I
looking.
think
Yeah.
if-
I like that way better than Cayenne.
yeah.
Yo, yeah. That's where the hotness is. That's where everybody's competing.
Okay, so just for reference here too, what did I just say? So RS e-tron GT made 637, I believe.
Yeah, and it has an overboost mode only when you use launch control. And I think the 637 actually.
Taycan Turbo
Otherwise,
S,
it's 5 something.
highest range of Taycan, 750 horsepower.
Yeah, but that's probably the overboost mode that you can only use for 2 seconds on
Overboost
launch.
power with launch control. Yeah, that's what it looks like. So they might
So
be
the
toting that.
overboost is only able to be used when you launch the car.
Yeah,
And how do we know how much extra power?
It's
it
like
takes?
150 extra horsepower.
so that would make sense. They literally are just about the same exact car then.
Yeah.
2.6 seconds, 0 to 60. Yeah,
I mean,
wanna
we've been
dive
in a
into this
Taken. It's
stuff more.
beautiful inside.
It's absurd. We got just, I think it was just the turbo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it wasn't the Turbo S. And even still, again, 4
It was a
people in
turbo
the car.
named after the turbos it had on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, at one point. Even just with 4 of us in there, it was almost unspeakably.
It was a dirty Ron Ripper.
Yeah, it was cool. What else do we have?
Oh, for the same money, better
tubes?
range.
The tubes. Any tubes?
Mike put out a new
Be
video.
right back.
He's getting down and dirty, and the Ferrari. If you guys haven't checked it out, you
Chopping
should.
it up now, right? The rear.
Yeah, he's getting in there. He's cutting it up. It's funny how in a lot of his other videos he talked about how robust all of the framing is on those cars,
Yep.
and then once you put a Sawzall to it,
Not so much.
like butter,
bit,
it just comes right apart.
not as thick of a metal as.
No, it's thick. It's just, I mean, obviously you get like a good saw, good blades, like whatever. But I mean, it cut through these supports like it wasn't. I think he even said in the video, it's like, I plan on time lapsing this, but it just happened so fast that it just wasn't. I showed you it in like real time.
Yeah.
So that was really good. I like seeing where he's going with this, his direction. He's really moving forward. You can kind of see the it's like a steam train, like slowly building. But
Right.
once it's got its speed, it's going along. Because you could see when he started off, it was moving a lot slower. And he mentioned that because he was talking about how it's just a new learning curve of filming and doing.
Yeah.
But now that he's got to get the filming and doing down, he's just moving full steam ahead.
Yeah. Which is cool. It's good because it's probably only a few days delayed from where he's at with the actual project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's pretty current to
Yeah.
where he actually is with the project. So it's good to see. What else do you have for YouTube?
Let me
Anything?
open my thing up, actually. Well, we put out a vlog, so that's
we did.
important to
There's
note as
another
well.
vlog. Yep. Corey working on the Polo. Chuck sorting things out in the K truck. What else did he do? There's something else he did in there. I can't remember.
What do you call it? The exhaust.
Well, he started the exhaust, but I thought there was something. Oh yeah, you get to go for a ride in the Polaris with the tracks actually
Yeah.
on it, which was cool. It was good to see that thing
let's see.
cruise
Library.
around and watch him get to use that thing finally in the snow. So there's another vlog being put together now. Continuation of Chuck fighting a muffler, and then we have some more stuff lined up too.
Oh,
so
this is one I want to bring up. So I've been interested in checking out like not coding, like plating your own parts at home
yes,
and stuff. And I was a fan of like the black oxide coating.
yeah,
And so I've been watching a lot of videos about how people black oxide coat stuff at home. It's incredibly easy. I thought it was so much harder.
I think to start is easy.
To do small stuff in small batches.
There's a crazy learning curve to a certain aspect of it. I don't know if it depends on the plating itself.
So if you're doing like zinc, like that's different because you're now incorporating like electrical charges.
I was gonna say you have to
Yeah, that's
incorporate
the
the
only thing that I've
voltage,
ever
the
seen.
The black
temperature.
oxide is just a chemical.
Okay.
It's like a chemical solution that's
Yep.
going to react with a specific kind of metal.
Yep.
And then when you seal it, you can seal it with either like a water-based or oil-based sealant.
Yep.
If you want a dull or shiny finish or whatever, or longevity. Yeah, as far as like the zinc plating or like it's like that gold finish on the bolt and all that stuff.
Yeah.
That's a whole different.
And I was saying that because I know Nick Kramarchek,
Yeah.
my golf is slow, and FF Metalworks.
Yeah.
They were both kind of at some point separately diving into sorting that stuff out. FF with trying to anodize stuff, different colors.
Yeah.
And then
That's when you're getting wrapped
Nick
up into
getting
the-
into the zinc and gold plating and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, the electricity is kind of not something that interests me. But the black oxide stuff, it's simple enough. It's a good way to kind of do some corrosion resistant stuff.
Yeah.
Just at home with a little bit of water mixture and
Have you
solution.
tried it yet?
I haven't, but I looked and you can buy a bottle of mixture for like $60 and
Yep.
then you got to buy a sealant. So all in, you're probably like $100, $120 for
Yep.
both things. Buy some like little plastic to go containers and try a bolt and see what
I
happens.
was just
Yeah,
going to
it's
say,
just
do you
like
have,
powder coating.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking, it's super
Yeah,
easy.
give it a shot. Yeah, make it happen. Rose
Yeah.
gold, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Any other videos, Chuck?
Videos
Any
from me.
YouTubes?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Besides our video.
Yeah, we mentioned that. I said,
Josh, you sent one the other day, the transparent rocker cover and the oil pan.
oh, shit, yeah. I haven't watched it fully. I just kind of sifted through.
Same.
So this is very similar to, I'm drawing a blank on his name, the Diesel guy. He's dude old as fuck.
Oh,
he's like-
Banks?
yes, thank you. Gale Banks, right?
Gale Banks.
Gale Banks. He did this with a diff cover
Okay.
where he puts it on.
Yeah.
And I wanted to send that back to you because his video is far better than this one here.
Yeah.
As far as like putting on a translucent one and explaining like how it goes up and
Right.
circulates, it comes back down and how it coats and everything like that. And he puts in all different weights and sees how it goes. And
Yep.
it's good.
Yeah,
This
that
one-
video Josh sent us is bullshit.
No,
The
it's-
Banks one's great.
It's
It was-
good.
I
it
didn't
was
see
cool.
Josh's video at
Yeah.
all.
Like, I liked it because I'm like, oh, shit, I can't say I've ever seen how
Yeah.
oil reacts in a pan. I think I have a general theoretical understanding
Yeah.
of it.
There's a bunch
But
of metal in there.
for me, I'm like, oh, wow. Yeah, truly. I guess when it's operating, there's not much oil sitting in the pan.
No.
It all shut the motor off. It all comes down. And it shows the top valve covers translucent as well. So all the fucking chaos that's happening in there, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that dude, Gale Banks, and I was drawing a blank on his name earlier. He has such a fine way of explaining something and breaking it down for you.
I was just gonna say we're saying that old dude.
Yeah, that'll-
Meanwhile, it's one of the biggest
he's
motorheads.
He's a legend.
He deserves all the respect.
in the industry.
But that comes off when he's explaining it to you, and you're like, "Oh yeah, this guy,
This guy, yeah,
he gets it."
10 times over. Well, with that said, Noah, we can have a chat with you, unless if you watching the YouTube videos or anything besides Wheel of Fortune.
Noah doesn't know what YouTube is.
Listen, I have a rigorous schedule at night. I'm not going to say where I am, but
yeah, very daunting.
very daunting.
Um,
I watch Jeopardy after 2. But I'm better at Wheel of Fortune, but I like watching Jeopardy more. That's me.
is there a new host?
Yeah, they got a weird setup with they're every month they're having a guest host.
Yeah, till they
had
get-
the guy who won the most consecutive games. I forget his name already.
I can't remember his name, but I know
And
who
then,
you're talking
but
about.
now they
yeah.
have like the executive producer of the show. He's not good, so I haven't watched it that often.
And I think there's still big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
shoes to fill there.
It's a shame.
So what's up with you?
Yeah, what's up?
No, nothing.
What do you?
All right, cool.
Here we go.
Let's go to the questions.
So, for those who don't know, and we shouted him out, this
Noah
episode was
Sport.
brought to you by, but our friend Noah, we often refer to him as Noah the God. He's been on our show a handful of times. He's
There's no reason that nickname should stick.
knows his way around a track, and certainly knows his way around foreign vehicles, or any vehicle for that matter, for the most part. But you decided to take an endeavor and dive into some older stuff, and you're opening up your own shop.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's at least
Well,
right.
hopefully
It's
it produces something.
It's currently open.
currently
Yeah,
open,
yeah.
operational.
I realized that after I said hopefully, but it made it seem like nothing was.
No, it is a reality.
Yes.
And the truth of the matter, not to shy away from anything, you still have a full-time job, and this is your
Yeah.
dare I say side hustle for now. But
Yeah.
there's grander thoughts, hopefully in your future.
One can hope. Yeah.
So what are you mainly going to target? I know briefly it was air-cooled stuff at first,
Well,
but
it's because I'm very familiar with the cars, but typically pretty much want to try and base it around anything, like any vintage European, like British, Italian, French, German, any old, call it maybe even like Chuck said, like, like
Of legal age. 18 plus.
90s.
I was just saying
below,
E36s. You had one over there not too long ago.
Yeah. But yeah.
Huge
Anything,
vintage Nissan guy.
It's just because Chuck's trying to get me to work on the Skyline.
So how has it been going setting up a shop?
It's daunting, honestly.
I mean,
don't underst-
and truth
I
be
don't
told, you're
understa- yeah, I don't
doing
underst-
this by yourself.
Yeah, but it's just it's very interesting to see like why people like it's just weird. Like I say to myself, but like often, I'm like, why does anyone try and start their own business? But no, it seems like it'll be worth it. I enjoy what I've been doing so far.
Yeah.
So
And now you're kind of up and running. You know, you have the lifts are installed. You have power. You have tools. You have cars in there that you're working on.
Yep.
Tell us about some of the stuff that you have been working on recently.
I currently have Blake Squareback in there,
Shouts to Blake.
Big shout to Blake.
and
Not going to answer any of his
Don't wait
questions.
his question.
What's going on with the squareback?
I did a couple of small things here and there, but
A couple of small things like a whole harness.
Well, I'm getting to that next, but like I lowered the front of it and everything because it had a really bad
Rake?
reverse rake, and looked like a
Carolina squat?
Yeah, car on hydros.
Yeah.
with the back set out.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre music video, but
Or like every expedition
yes.
over 100,000 miles.
Yeah, and so I did some small things like that, and then currently he got an entire ISP West wiring harness for the vehicle, and so I've been putting that in. It's pretty much all in. I literally have like 2 more wires to button up. And, but it's interesting. You have to pull the quarter panel off.
That was
access
super
the
weird to
harness
me.
and-
Seeing
Yeah,
it
how
just a
unbolt.
rear quarter panel
Run
just
it through
come
the
off.
exterior.
Yeah.
If only every car was like that.
Yeah. I mean, the car's pretty clean, so it made it pretty easy for you.
Oh, it's beautiful underneath. Yeah.
Yeah.
I-
And running all that stuff, like that wiring harness was all nice and tidy. It was good lengths and everything.
Yeah. No, it was really well set up. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Usually kind of like I feel like a lot of aftermarket wiring harnesses are just like you go on and every single place that sells it has the same picture of it, where it's just like the same little fuse box and like it's like cut to length for your
Yeah,
car.
universal spool of wiring.
Yeah,
Use multiple
exactly.
colors, whatever you
Yeah.
want.
But this was even the colors on the wires are factory color coded. It was
Yeah,
impressive.
so I've heard of this place, and apparently they're like the They're like the people to do this stuff. So Blake didn't cheap out for once. So
There we go. About damn time.
what else you got going on over there?
That's pertains to what I work on. I got a beautiful 1988 M5.
It's true. We do have one of those
Oh.
over there.
Beautiful. I've yet to start working on that, but I'm going to get to it this week.
Is that in for the works?
That's in for the works,
in for the
buddy.
works, yeah.
In for the works.
Yeah.
There's
Hey,
last time
Noah drove it on
yeah,
a cruise, and
yeah.
then like the first time we stopped, he's like, "Yeah, well, this thing's a death trap."
Yeah. I stepped. I'm trying to keep up with Chuck and Corey.
A 73 horsepower Daihatsu.
You say that, but it was pretty difficult.
The
I
thing
don't,
rips.
I don't know why, but and I go to slam on the brakes, take the first corner, and next thing I know, I'm going to start to turn left, and I press on the brakes, and it sends me right towards the woods. So, figured to take care of that.
Yeah. So you got some love to go on
Yeah,
there
yeah.
and replace some of that stuff. You get your own project over there. You've got your it was E21.
Yeah, I got the little BMW. Yeah, I washed it today, which was pretty rewarding.
washed
'cause
it?
Yeah,
Oh, it's a
so
beautiful
nice
day today,
out,
so.
yeah.
Can you wash the floors?
You need your boy to weld some floors.
Just trying to wash the rust off the floors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's next? You have stuff lined up. Obviously, we keep saying you're open for business, but
yeah.
are you just taking all what's suitors, if you will, inquiries? That's the word.
Yeah. I've been trying to drum up business.
Yep.
For but
Standing on the side, spinning the sign and stuff.
yeah. It's pretty tough to get business in the industrial park.
Yeah.
But yeah. So I'm pretty bad with the social media posting though. I have to get better at that.
Yeah. Definitely do that and include you working on stuff, make some time lapses, do whatever.
Yeah,
We'll help you out as well, of course. But
Yeah, so if you get a hunk of shit that you've just gone way deep in on and you can't fix it, no one's a guy.
Yeah.
If you
Hit
get
'em up.
something that's been sitting for the past 10 years and you want to get it running again.
what, like bench walk out
You
there?
got an E30 with an SR in it? Then
That's,
that's
that's, a little
together?
that's a little bit of a gray area though.
Yeah.
It's got the Japanese engine.
Yeah, bit of a foreign market for you.
Yeah.
So best point of contact, I think we covered earlier, is your Instagram,
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
NoahSport_RI.
Yeah, I don't want to just give people my phone number because I
You gotta
don't
get a
have
Google-
I
get a
know,
Google
I know,
Voice,
I
buddy.
haven't done it yet.
We'll get you
But
one.
if you're interested, find me on Instagram and then you can message me and then I will politely give you my phone number.
You
so we can talk
correspond
about it.
professionally that way.
Yes. Inquire within.
Yeah.
And we're gonna get you a website all
Yeah,
squared
yeah,
away
yeah.
pretty soon. So you got to sign out there. That's half the battle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got a
magic.
nice sign,
The-
beautiful sign.
The lifts again are functional.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the shop's
you're-
ready to go.
yeah,
we just
you're-
need to
you're
get
just-
some more guys in there.
Are you going to be doing any motorsports based stuff?
Motorsport
Stuff. not
Yeah, I
stuff.
would. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any?
I mean, I get that E30 sitting back there, but
No, I know.
gotta
But
work on
like
that eventually.
for a customer, is any suspension setups, anything like that?
Yeah.
Alignments, string alignments.
I don't have any of the tools for it. I don't have scales or anything anymore, or access to, I should say. So that's
Huh.
a bummer.
We got to get some customers in and start buying more equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go. We get some scales. Just go to Home Depot, Hamilton Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
How much will they support per
I'll
corner?
just
Yeah,
try
Bed
and-
Bath & Beyond's
I'll
got a sale.
Put fish scales on the fenders.
Yeah,
Each
yeah.
one of the things,
We'll just hold them up
lift it
that way.
yeah.
That drum up business somehow.
Now, what about motorsport as far as you? Are you trying to get back into anything? I know you got your hands full. You got a full-time job. Trying to open another
I
business.
was
Track
gonna
Night
s-
Americas,
I was gonna-
maybe?
Yeah, I gotta look into that.
Come with the boys to Track in America. Get someone to drop off a hot customer car.
I'm gonna take Alaska's car.
Test and tune.
Did I say I was taking an E90? I actually, I got this 964 I'm taking.
Yeah, or maybe I just won't tell Diaz his
Yeah.
car's done.
Yeah,
and then,
just don't tell him until.
I said his last name. I shouldn't say.
That's okay. Nobody knows what you're actually talking about.
Yeah,
Okay, so
yeah.
perfect.
Only. Few.
Also, don't say what kind of car it is, because you don't want to work on those.
Yeah,
That's a bro
yeah,
deal.
Yeah,
That's why I've been avoiding the cars I've been working on.
that's a one-off, even though it's cool as hell.
yeah.
Well, I think we can get into questions.
Let's get into questions.
Let's get
I have
some
like
questions.
8 minutes before I have to get to my mom's house.
Okay. Abbreviated episode today.
Oh, we did give you an
understandably
extra
so.
episode with Brian Scotto. Who's
Yeah,
the man.
yeah, and we'll be back normal next week. Got a couple guests. Got a very good guest scheduled next week, so
Speed round.
it'll be cool. So here we go. Speed round of questions. Kevin 401.
Careful one.
Could you beat Chuck Norris in a fight? He's 80 years old now.
No,
No.
No, definitely not.
Probably not. No.
absolutely not.
Let's see. Oh boy, John Stairs.
John Stairs.
He just writes first time listener, long time caller.
Oh no.
Fuck, marry, kill. Olives, mushrooms, chicken hearts. Oh my god, kill chicken hearts. I will marry mushrooms
I'd kill mushrooms
and
for
fuck
sure.
olives.
Yeah,
I'd marry olives.
Yeah,
I'd
same.
fuck chicken hearts, and then I'd kill mushrooms.
Wow,
Nailed it.
There's only one kind of
That's
mushroom
the
I like.
Exact same thing that I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
My man, I like
hate
marinated mushrooms, but I like boring mushrooms.
Boring mushrooms?
Yeah, like normal mushrooms you put
Oh,
on like
yeah,
a
yeah.
steak. But my in-laws are from Poland, obviously, and they like crazy fucking mushrooms. You eat it, you're like, what is a piece of rubber? Like you found this on a tree in the woods?
Yeah.
This isn't okay.
I'm all in on mushrooms.
Ah, lame. I'll get you some mushrooms you'll hate.
Buggy Will.
Buggy Will.
How many cars has Young Ben owned and how many has he wrecked?
Shouts
Damn
to
near-
Buggy Will.
Damn near all of them.
all of them.
I think 4 and 4.
Every Mark V in existence.
I mean, the car I bought now came wrecked, so
Right. It's still got an extra grill just in case. It's like tearaway grill. Never finishing projects. What topping is a must for a good cheeseburger?
I love like a thick slice of tomato on a burger.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's fucking delicious.
pickles.
Pickles are good.
I'm an onions guy. I like
Onions, yeah.
Yeah, someone's got to be.
I mean,
Fried egg?
fried egg is just that's a wonderful topper right there.
Not for me.
Let's see, 2.5 Mark IV.
2.5 Mark IV.
You guys should check out Engineering Explains new video on the ID4 shaping up to be a flop.
You know,
Excited about it.
I didn't get to read the Drive article, and it said parts of the ID4 were excellent. Parts should have been in the oven longer. So
Oh boy.
That's
Yeah.
a very good
Yeah.
summary of kind
Yeah.
of where it's at. Again, we've talked about this before. It's just let's get to market. We're gonna sell this EV, and meanwhile Tesla's been doing it for 15 years.
Yeah.
Let's see, Edelman.
Edelman, big
He
shout.
just writes McDizzle's spicy nuggies are back, boys.
Oh, no.
Let's see, Usual Suspects 780. Shouts to Usual Suspects. Is Underglow making a comeback? Yes.
Yes.
Especially when
the
NASCAR
drift
puts it
scene.
on their race cars.
I have it on their
I
race
can't
cars?
get behind
They
it.
had last year I don't know what the Circle Jerks would know, and I'm gonna fucking ruin it. Like the All-Star race for NASCAR,
okay.
they had them. They had Underglow.
It's big in the drift cars.
I was just about
Yeah.
to suggest something, and then I realized for NASCAR went with Kirk because they pretty much drive the same 3 cars. But I love what IMSA does, where they do the LEDs and you can see the silhouette of the car.
yeah.
yeah.
But
I think NASCAR is stepping into the future. New car
Yeah.
comes out next year, so we'll see. Jojo_Mark2
Jojo Mark II.
just writes, "Am I the only one noticing the boys rocking some wristwear in their vlogs?"
Yeah, I wear a watch every day. So does
Yeah.
Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Josh
I do
has an
too.
Apple Watch.
I switched
we're
the Apple
looking for
Watch.
wristwear sponsors.
Yeah.
Yes.
If they want to reach out, I'm looking
Movement?
for maybe an IWC.
No, I'm
Nope,
thinking.
not Movement.
I'm gonna go
IWC?
Petite Philippe.
Who's the
yeah, a
one?
little.
No.
What's
I need,
Patek need? You need
I
some
need-
representation.
what is it? I need the Speedmaster. That's kind
Omega.
of
Yeah, yeah.
That's where I'm looking.
Omega,
Yeah.
IWC, Patek.
I'd
Yeah.
go a date. Give me one of those Rolex.
Those are nice. That's not going to happen.
Not gonna happen. Hey, you know what? We all need to dream at night.
What's your brand worth? Not a
I'm
Rolex.
Like, Speedmaster. I think that's the pinnacle right there.
Speedmaster ain't cheap,
No, they're not.
especially that moon face one.
Oh my god!
It's
Yeah.
like
it's incredible.
9,000 or 11,000
It's
bucks.
absurd. So awesome. And I'd probably never even wear it because I
It's
wouldn't
totally
wanna
worth
fuck it
buying,
up.
by the way. They don't go down in price, but it's a lot of money.
Unluck. Speaking of road trips,
Unluck.
SLB in Texas 2K. They are one after the other. Austin, then Houston.
What is SLB?
I don't know what SLB is.
Obviously, we know Texas 2K. I don't know what SLB.
Gathering of the slabs.
Yeah, I hope so.
Yeah.
Oh, slab meat.
I'd love to go to Texas 2K.
Me too.
Yeah. Completely agree. Beefy Clutch.
Beefy Clutch.
Just writes Mark 1s or Mark 2s.
Mark ones.
Mark 2s.
There you go.
even though I had a Mark 1 and I really like them, I think I'd go 2.
I'd go Mark 2 because I just really love
It's a better chassis.
GTIs. See, the weird thing is I'd be all over Mark 1 Jetta. Not so much Mark 2 Jetta.
Jetta Coupe.
See, Jetta Coupe, I'm
Yeah.
good with that. But like 4-door ones do nothing for me.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
G60 Tim, can we expect
360 Tim.
20-inch spinners on the MCV? No.
Yeah.
Why not?
Size down.
Diesel Dave 359, not
Diesel
a
Dave.
question. I love the Scotto interview. NEDW opening day is April 2nd, so I believe that's New England Drift Works. Is that Drift Works? I can't remember. I believe that's what it is. But NEDW opening day is April 2nd, so shouts to you boys.
Big shout.
Good luck.
NEDW, we'll be down
let's
there.
open it up.
Maybe.
Mr. Clean 2000.
Mr.
shouts to
Clean
Mr.
is 2000.
He just writes, thanks for the kind words last week about us Honda guys. Oh, of course,
you're
man.
still the man.
Love you guys. So that is it for our. Oh, I got one more follow up that was sent in to us separately. This is a good question from where's he at? From Nick DJ Green Lava.
Nick DJ Green Lava.
What part have you paid the biggest percentage inflation on from your first purchase, whether it was an OEM fastener or a set of wheels?
Shipping. Yeah.
All of the
Also
above
Yeah.
for shipping for you.
Shipping. Yeah, for sure.
Like inflation?
Yeah, I think like taking an OEM part and like, I don't know, say a Aristos for.
I had to buy
granted
a new tack for my M3,
pricey,
and then it wasn't the tack. So I'm not going to mention the company who told me it was the tack. But thanks. That was wicked expensive.
That was a big, yeah.
Oh, New England Dragway, not Driftworks.
Okay.
All right, let's go dragon.
Yeah, I'm definitely down to go dragon. That's for sure.
We can drag it up all over the
Yeah.
strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Will
for
they let
this
us run
week.
the MCV down it?
I'm sure.
I'll tree the shit out of that.
What do you call it? They used to have like import face. They have.
It's an
fucking-
import.
They have,
Imported from Detroit.
not even that, but just like the free days, Friday test and tune. We'll bring
Test
it
and
to bring it to a test and tune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, shouts to you guys.
Galaxy far, far away. So yeah, again, abbreviated episode this week. It was great to hang out and talk to Scotto the other day. So again, that's why we put that episode out. we'll be back next week. Noah, thanks for hanging out. Everybody
Thanks,
go check
Noah.
out
Noah Sport.
thank
at
you.
RI.
Noah Sport RI on Instagram. Shouts to everybody in the chat. We will be back next week with another guest in studio. And I think that's going to do it for us. So
Yeah.
as always, thank you for listening. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Also, check out some of the other shows brought to you by Revival Motoring, Talking Motorcycles, Topics Under the Stairs, the Circle Jerks podcast. Then visit our website, revivalmotoring.com, where you can purchase some goods and swag and, keep up the good fight. Support us.
Help you boys out.
We love you.
Like, comment, subscribe.
We'll be back next week. Enjoy.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Listen to the Scotto one if you haven't. It's the best. He's the best. Noah's here. Noah the Guard. Noah Sport. All right. See you. Don't worry, Mom. I'm coming.